afternoon. It is my great honor and pleasure to be here today to tell you my story and my experience at Oregon Georgetown Tech. I found myself unemployed after 26 years at the same job, and I also used up my 99 weeks of unemployment. I did not qualify for a Pell Grant, but I did qualify for the student loan. At first, I tried starting school online, and I struggled in my first semester, and I received a C. But after I got that C, it was A's from there on in. I made a commitment to myself to get the most out of school, and I thought the best way to do that was to get involved with extracurricular activities. I was a member of the Human Service Club and a member of Phi Theta Kappa, the Honor Society, and through both these clubs, I performed a lot of community services, including participating in the domestic violence, the addiction, and sexual abuse lectures put on by Dr. Casey and Professor Rogers. I was involved in the homeless camp, which brought me to a wonderful place in Conway called the Shepherd's Table. And the Human Service Club participates in backpack buddies, where the members pack about 250 bags for kids who are hungry and need some food over the weekend. Also, a scholarship was made available to me to try for by the Democratic Student Council of Horry County, and that was an essay on why I believe in public education. And just being able to write about that was an honor and a privilege too, and hopefully I'll win that so I can pay for my summer class. Most importantly, college taught me about critical thinking, utilitarianism, and most important, faulty thinking. School helped me make sense of my 26 years of work experience. Going to school is a challenge for an older person, but it's just as gratifying as a career. An academic honor like this one is like receiving a raise at work. Being a student and obtaining a degree has brought me back my status. I am proud to be a student instead of being unemployed. At school, we had to watch films like Hotel Rwanda and Schindler's List, and that taught me one person's actions can make a huge difference. I am so excited about my future, my potential, continuing my education and re-entering the workforce with a purposeful career. I'd like to think I've learned and improved from my experience here, and I'd like to use my education to learn how better to facilitate my strengths. I am so very grateful for the school and its teachers and my classmates. I'm very grateful for the opportunity it gave me to socialize outside my normal circle. I'm grateful for the choices it provided me, whether it be online or going to different campuses, and for their continuing education program, which I plan to utilize this summer by participating in this Squirrel Lecture Series. I'm grateful that I can get my hair done and my teeth cleaned at school. I find affordable student health care. Going back to school made me appreciate my upbringing, my parents, my hometown and school. It helped me to appreciate the state I ran away from, which is New Jersey. It also helped me realize that this state needs change. Homelessness and teenage pregnancy are growing social problems in our immediate area. South Carolina leads the nation in the wrong things. And as students, it's our job to change this. College has restored my faith in science, nature, and mankind, and most of all, the power of words. It helped me not to fear the future, but be prepared and ready for it. Instead of worrying about getting a job, I'm learning how to create jobs. I am so very thankful for Professor Rogers for nominating me, for Dr. Harvey, Professor Caraway, Professor Abler. There's so many other, all the teachers, all the staff. I appreciate the beautiful building, the services, and the social experience. And now I feel it's a duty to pay it forward, to pass it on, and inspire at least one more person to continue their education. Another important thing I feel it's necessary to talk about, as a Phi Theta Kappa member, I helped the induction ceremony couple of weeks ago, and Ms. Gretchen Weber was a speaker, and her father wrote a Hippocratic oath for speakers. And I thought, here in front of you, I would read it, because I feel it's so important. I framed it and hung it on my wall. And I just am so very grateful for her sharing this at that induction ceremony. And if you don't mind me going over a minute, I'd like to read it. And I wish I had my glasses. A Hippocratic Oath for Speakers by Otis J. Abbott. Inasmuch as membership in society requires concern for ethics, the instrument of public speaking has incalculable power over the mountains and hearts of humans. And engaging in public speaking demands corresponding concern for ethical standards. I therefore affirm that as a public speaker, I will so evaluate the techniques of my art by the measure of my purposes and the receptivity of my audience as to effect practical limitations on what I say. I will remember at all times the inherent dignity of all humans, for that is more important than any other concern. And I will strive when speaking publicly to be adequately informed, for I have no right to disseminate ignorance, to think straight, for I have no right to promote confusion, to be fully honest both in letter and spirit, and to be socially responsible as I bear in mind the welfare of those who might be affected by my speaking. I want to thank you all for this opportunity.
Thank you, Lee. Now we'll hear from our president, Gail, who will offer some closing remarks as well as present